Welcome back to the channel and another trip report. Today we're flying from Portland, Oregon back to Dallas, Texas on an American Airlines A321neo. This is a quiet, immersive trip report so that you can experience the journey as if you are right there in the window seat with me. This is slightly longer than my regular trip reports because what started as a quiet morning flight back from Portland quickly turned into an adventure of a travel day, we'll say. Many unexpected things happened. I hope you'll stick with me and find out how this journey unfolded.
Airborne, it's going to be 3 hours and 21 minutes worth of flight time. Overall, it looks like a pretty good flight. Crossing the Rockies might get a little bit bumpy, but we'll give you a heads up before then.
Welcome to your American Airlines flight, on its way to one of our many destinations across the globe. Made possible by our dedicated team members who all do it for one reason: you. That's why your safety and well-being are so important to us. Let's go through some in-flight instructions so we can get you safely on your way. First, make sure your seat is upright, all larger electronic devices are put away, and your tray table is stowed. Seat back device holders must be stowed for taxi, takeoff, and landing. If you have a carry-on, place it all the way under the seat in front of you. Larger carry-on luggage goes in the overhead bin. If you have small handheld devices, such as cell phones, tablets, and smartwatches, please switch them to airplane mode now.
Thank you for watching our safety demonstration. We're coming to the aisle for our final safety checks. The cabin lights will be dim for takeoff and individual reading light controls are overhead. Thank you for choosing American and enjoy your flight to Dallas Fort Worth.
more often, so we're going to keep that seatbelt sign on. We do understand sometimes that you do have to get up. If you do, please be extremely careful when doing so. Everybody sitting in your seats, please have your seatbelts fastened. We got still about another hour and 20 minutes worth of flight time before landing in Dallas. DFW area and air traffic control is a little saturated, trying to get a aircraft into the few couple areas that can get it in. So as of right now, we've established in holding over Lubbock. 40 minutes worth of holding time. If they can get us in before then, we'll be able to get into Dallas. If not, we may be having to divert. As of right now, that doesn't look like a possibility, but just to give you a heads up, 40 minutes and of holding time, and hopefully get into Dallas. I do understand there's a lot of connections that are going to be affected by this, but since we're having a hold and there may be some diverts, just be advised that other aircraft are going to have issues too. So they'll be, once you get on the ground there, probably have to stop by the customer service desk and see what the most current plan is to get you, if you're not staying in Dallas, to your final destination. Once again, I do apologize for the delay and appreciate your patience. Probably another 5 to 10 minutes before we start our descent into the DFW area. So for now, this will be your last opportunity to get up, move around, use the restroom, and put your stuff up. Once that seatbelt sign does come on, please be in your seats with your seatbelts fastened. With the storms in and around the DFW, I'm expecting probably a fairly bumpy ride into the DFW area. Currently being told we're going to go to Charlie 21 for a gate. And once again, for those that are going to be missing or tight on connections, many aircraft right now are in the same boat as us. So once we get on the ground, either talk to the gate agent or customer service to see what the most up-to-date stuff is. Do apologize for the delay and appreciate your patience. We'll park, and at that time more than likely we'll keep everybody on board. And once I get further information on how they're going to turn us and what the turn time is, we'll give you further information. But for now, we're headed to San Antonio. We should be landing in approximately 30 minutes into San Antonio. Once we get on the ground there, we'll give you further information. I do apologize for the delay, and once that seatbelt sign comes back on, please get to your seats with your seatbelts fastened so that for our arrival into San Antonio. Once again, I apologize for the inconvenience. Appreciate your cooperation.
off. All carry-on items must remain stowed until the airplane is parked at the gate. Once we arrive at this gate, please remain seated until further information can be provided. Thank you for your patience.
We are one of many that have diverted into San Antonio right now. So right now the ramp here is a little bit congested, so we're going to hold for just a little minute until they give us further instructions on where exactly they're wanting us to go. So at this time, please stay seated with your seatbelts fastened. Feel free to get on your electronic devices as such if you feel free to do so, and we'll keep you up to date on what's going on. But for now, please stay seated with your seatbelts fastened. Thank you.
Flight 6 verified start doors, stand by for on call.
I know this wasn't your planned arrival, but however, we are welcome to have you. At this time, we have a total of 6 aircrafts on the ground, and we are extending everyone the option to come off the aircraft. Unfortunately, we only take 8 people at a time, at one time. Your aircraft landed last, so we'll get to you at that time. If you come off the aircraft, you cannot make a decision to come back on. Dallas is also undergoing a ground stop, so if you have a connection, check on AA.com to see if your connection is going, because it's possibly sitting there. Your best option to get to Dallas would be this aircraft. However, you're more than welcome to come off when we come back and have the opportunity to take you off. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you all.
Currently for us right now, we're saying we have a departure time of 17:32 local. at 1732 local. So with that being said, once again, in accordance with DOT and American Airlines policy, I'd like to offer an opportunity to deplane and discontinue the flight at this time. Once again, if you choose to displane, you will not be allowed to come back on, and you'll have to take all your personal belongings. Any bags that are on the plane will continue on to Dallas-Fort Worth at this time. Once the gate agent gets back here, anybody that wishes to deplane at that time will make the announcement, and if you identify yourself, we'll offer that deplaning at that time. Once again, I do apologize. That's just an update. We're working to try to get a sooner time at this point. And we'll give an update as required. But as of right now, we have a departure time of 17:30 local.
If you're enjoying this trip report, I hope you'll subscribe and join me for future adventures. We were on the ground for several hours. I cut parts out of this. There were people that were upset. There were elderly people that needed to get off. And so several groups did leave the plane in the passenger van, probably 2 to 3 groups, and the rest stayed on.
starting our descent very shortly. Current weather in Dallas, we have winds out of the east, about 6 miles an hour. Partly cloudy skies, and temperature is 19 degrees Celsius, 66 degrees Fahrenheit. thanks for choosing to fly with us today. We do apologize for all the delays, but hopefully we'll get you into Dallas, and hope you have a great rest of your evening.
Fort Worth, so local time was approximately 6:59 p.m. As a reminder, we ask that you remain seated until the seatbelt sign has been turned off and we've reached our gate. Don't forget to check your seatback pockets and surrounding area to ensure you have all of your belongings, as you will not be permitted to come back onto the aircraft once you exit. We will be arriving at Terminal C, Gate C36. And if Dallas Fort Worth is your final destination, you've checked luggage, your items may be found at baggage claim C26. Thank you so much for your kindness and patience during these irregular operations. If Dallas Fort Worth is not your final destination, you may speak to the gate agent or go to aa.com for questions about your missed connections. Have a good rest of your night and welcome to Dallas Fort Worth.
Thanks so much for joining me today. If you have a diverted flight story or an unusual flight that you had, I'd love to hear about it. Please share with us in the comments. And thanks again for spending your time with me today, and I'll see you on the next flight.